Khalid.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you, John. So, hi everyone. Good morning to all. And I'll be taking a session on Service Cloud Voice. And before we move into the session, a quick introduction about mine. I'm a director working at Morgan Stanley. I'm having 6+ years of experience in Salesforce, and I am a fine to Salesforce certified. Today's agenda would be we will be covering what is Service Cloud Voice, and we'll check what are the prerequisites before we implement Service Cloud Voice in any Salesforce org. And I'll show a quick demo of how the Service Cloud Voice features help the service agent to improve their efficiency and the productivity. I'll have a quick live call between an agent and a customer. Then we'll quickly check what are the new features available as part of Spring 26 in Service Cloud Voice. Then we'll have a Q&A session in the end. So coming to our next slide, what is Service Cloud Voice? So Service Cloud Voice is a telephony solution which is provided by Salesforce. So you can get phone calls directly into your Salesforce console. So to understand this better, we need to understand how the traditional contact center is set up for any Salesforce org. So when a company decided to open up any voice channel for their customer, so they have their Salesforce org and they will be connecting that Salesforce org to the third-party telephony provider. This telephony provider could be anything: Amazon Connect, Genesys, Avaya, Cisco, WebEx, any telephony provider which is compatible with the Salesforce. So once this integration is set up, the customer calling to the toll-free number, the calls are routed from this telephony provider into the Salesforce org, and the agent sitting in the Salesforce org will be able to take those calls and provide the services to the customer. So this is how the traditional contact centers are set up in today's world. But with this traditional approach of contact center, we see a lot of problems. One problem which I see is agents traditionally juggle between multiple screens. Since we have the two different systems, Salesforce and the third-party telephony provider, I have seen that agent need to be logged in into both the screen to take the voice calls. So that the session is not getting timed out in any of the system. And they need to juggle between these two screens so that there is a smooth handover of those voice call and constantly switching windows. I have seen that when a customer calls into the Salesforce and the agent pick up the call, the agent is not having all the information about that customer in one screen. Whenever the customer asks for any details, he do a global search and find out the details about that customer, which takes the unnecessary time for the customer as well as the agent to put the customer on hold and provide the services to that customer. And the other problem which I see is the customer context getting lost. Think of this scenario: when a customer calls to the agent picks up the call, and the customer is speaking for a prolonged period, like 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And I have seen that the agents in today's world are taking manual notes. So when the customer is providing some important information to the agent, he's taking the manual notes and simultaneously working on the service request of the customer. Why he takes the manual notes? That manual notes can be referred after the call as well as in the call to provide the better services to the customer. But when he's doing simultaneously work, multitasking, sometimes the agent forgot to take the manual notes, and he asked the same question to the customer again and again because he lost the context what customer called for. And the customer also gets frustrated, reason being he's giving the same answer to the agent again and again. And here we are losing the customer satisfaction as well as the service efficiency of that service agent is getting decreased and time wasted on administration tasks. So what happens is when a custom agent take up the call and he has provided the services to the customer, and when he disconnect the call from that customer, he need to provide some details on the case, like what was the issue, what was the sub issue, what was the different steps he has taken to resolve that issue, what was the resolution. So these details are very important for the management to do a reporting on voice channel. So when he's putting these details, he cannot take any other call. And when he's doing this manual activity, suppose the call is for 15 minutes and he's taking extra 10 minutes to do this manual activity. That means he's technically taking 25 minutes for one call. And due to this, there is a bottleneck created in the voice channel queue where the same number of agents are taking the less number of calls. So the solution what Service Cloud Voice provides you is everything happens in one screen. When the customer calls you, you will get all the information about that customer details like the contact information, account information, case details. Case is automatically created, and the if it is for the e-commerce uh, website or the company, the order details, all these things you can configure on the one screen. So agent don't need to manually search and get the information about the service request manually. and customer information automatically appears when call connects. This is happened using ANI, which is known as automatic number identification. When the customer calls from the registered number is having any record in the Salesforce, like contact information, so the information about the customer. If the number matches, that contact information is directly shown to the agent when he accepts the call. The call transcription happens in real time. This means that whenever the customer and agents are getting uh, converse in a voice channel, that is getting transcribed in real time. That means whatever the conversation is happening, the agent can see it is getting real time transcribed on the Salesforce screen. So he don't need to take any manual notes anymore. He can refer to that transcript in the call as well as after the call as well. All call data automatically saved to Salesforce record. So in traditional approach, how it used to be, this Salesforce screen as well as the traditional third-party telephony provider screen is not tightly coupled, and the information regarding the call records are only available in the third-party telephony provider. Salesforce need to do a separate REST API call out to get these details. But with the service cloud voice, you will be able to get those details, like when was the call started, when was the call ended, call disconnect reason, and call wait time, how many times the agent has put the customer on hold. This all information about that call is saved on the Salesforce record, as well as the transcript and the recording of that call can be seen on the Salesforce record. No more manual note taking or data entry. Service Cloud Voice also helps you with the AI features with the help of Einstein. So when the call disconnects, we can send that transcript, which is getting transcribed in real time, to the AI, and AI will fill up the fields for you. The agent just need to review the field values, and he can click on submit button, and that field values are saved onto the case record or any other record which you have configured. So the manual activity which we used to do after each call will be automated by the AI feature, and then the same amount of agents can take the more number of calls. So these are the some of the problems which we face today, and how the Service Cloud Voice helps us to resolve those issues. And just a quick point I wanted to add here is, when we have a Salesforce and a telephony provider integration, the Service Cloud Voice is not breaking that integration. Service Cloud Voice is just adding an intelligence layer on the Salesforce, so that we can improve the service efficiency of the service agents and the service productivity of those service agents. So we are not breaking any telephone integration. For the companies where the telephone integration is already present, the Service Cloud Voice provide you with a managed package which you need to install, so that you can enable the Service Cloud Voice in that project or the company. So we are not breaking any existing integration. We are just adding the intelligence layer on the Salesforce itself. So I'll quickly move on to next slide, where I'll be talking about the prerequisites of Service Cloud Voice. So there is a add-on licenses you need to take when you wanted to enable the Service Cloud Voice. So there are two types of licenses: Service Cloud Voice User and the Partner Telephony. Partner Telephony is taken when there is a existing integration between a Salesforce and a telephony provider. This partner telephony can be Genesys, Avaya, Cisco. All these telephony providers have their own managed package to enable the Service Cloud Voice for any of the project. And Service Cloud Voice User is taken when you wanted to integrate your Salesforce with the Amazon Connect. So Amazon Connect is also one of the telephony provider. And when you wanted to integrate the Salesforce with Amazon Connect, that's when you will be taking the Service Cloud Voice User license. And coming to the next point of Salesforce configuration. So first thing is, omnichannel should be enabled. The reason being, whatever the voice call coming into the Salesforce will be routed through omnichannel. And if you see in the traditional approach of contact center, there is to be their own utility item. The telephony provider used to provide their own utility item, and from that utility item, the agent used to take up the calls. But when we enable the Service Cloud Voice, the calls will be routed through omnichannel. So we don't need any third-party telephony provider screen inside the Salesforce to take up the calls. Custom domain should be configured, and the identity provider should be enabled for SSO. The reason being, as I was telling you, that the agent need to juggle between two different screen of Salesforce as well as the telephony provider, so that they will be online on both the screens, so that they'll be able to take the voice channel. But when you enable the Service Cloud Voice, once the agent logs in into the Salesforce, we don't need to log in into separately in the telephony provider. Using the SSO, we will be able to log in into that telephony provider automatically. So we don't need to juggle between two screens. He'll be able to stay on the Salesforce screen only, and he'll be able to take the voice calls. and this will be possible using identity provider. And the telephony provider should be properly configured. The CTI should be available. Without CTI, the service cloud voice would not be possible. And the user permission. So there are two types of user permission: contact center admin and the contact center agent. Admin is given to the person who is setting up the service cloud voice in the Salesforce hub, as well as who is the supervisor. And the agent is given to the person who is taking up the calls from the customer. So these are the prerequisites. I'll take a brief pause. I just wanted to check if there is any questions, and if not, then I'll quickly move on to the demo where I'll show what are the features of Service Cloud Voice in my personal log.
There is one question, Akshay. How is the
Tell me.
storage handled or call stored in external AWS S3?
Yeah. So when a call comes into the Salesforce, we create a voice call record, and this voice call record is not counted against the Salesforce storage limit, and whatever the recording and the transcript is getting saved in S3 bucket, and those pointers are saved on the Salesforce. So we are not storing anything on the Salesforce as of now, and it's not getting occupied the Salesforce storage. So we are not storing anything.
Okay, thank you. There is another question. Difference between contact center admin and contact center admin permission set.
So you mean the difference between the admin and agent?
He is asking about contact center admin and contact center supervisor permission set.
Okay. So supervisor, okay, I got it. So supervisor will have one quick screen, which I'll be showing in the demo as well, which is called as command center. From command center, the supervisor have their own features. From there, he can see the real-time transcript of any agent, and he can also barge in. When I say barge in, he can go into that call of that customer and the agent, and he can listen quietly, as well as he can uh, speak on behalf of agent to that customer. So that is a supervisor permission set, and they have different features. Admin is given to that person who is controlling the contact center in the Salesforce, like adding the new queues or adding new users to that queues, adding routing profiles. So these all things are done by the admin permission set.
Okay, thank you. Another question, how errors are handled while connecting with AWS S3?
Okay, so the errors are handled a little bit differently here. So when we have enabled the service cloud voice, if there is an error on routing the call from Amazon to the Salesforce, we will not be able to catch that errors in the Salesforce itself. So we need to debug on the Amazon Connect system itself, where you will be able to see which component in that flow, routing flow, has been filled, and you will be able to resolve that error. But since the voice call has not been created in the Salesforce, we will not be able to debug those error on the Salesforce itself. But you need to log in into the Amazon Connect, which will be done using admin permission set, and you will be able to log in into that Amazon Connect, and you will be able to debug those errors, which I'll also be showing you how we can debug those errors in the Amazon Connect. But if you wanted to debug on the Salesforce side and the voice call is coming, but there is some issue with when I'm disconnecting, the status on the voice call is not getting changed. So at that time, you can put debug logs on voice call, and you will be able to debug those. But as such, the routing logic will be available in Amazon Connect. So you need to debug everything on the Amazon Connect itself.
Okay, thank you. Another question, what is the difference between Service Cloud Voice and any other third-party CTA tool like TalkDesk, Speakeasy, etc.? He's asking.
Okay, so Service Cloud Voice is nothing to compare with this CTI tools. CTI has different functionality. Service Cloud Voice, as I say, it is an intelligence layer on Salesforce. So we are not replacing the CTIs. CTI is a very important tool for Service Cloud Voice. For Service Cloud Voice, without CTI, we will not be able to use Service Cloud Voice. So CTI is the main function of CTI is to just to route the calls to the Salesforce, When the calls are coming into the Salesforce, that's when we use Service Cloud Voice to add the intelligence layer like real-time transcript or AI summaries or next best action to given to the service agent. Those all things are handled on Service Cloud Voice. So Service Cloud Voice and the CTI is two totally different things, and those functionalities are different.
Okay, thank you. Another question: can we expose Salesforce voice to users with a partner license through Lightning community, or the solution is restricted to standard Salesforce login with standard Salesforce license?
Okay. So there is no particular documentation on how we can enable for the community users, or I would say partner community users. But what I have seen is there are some APIs which Salesforce provide, and with those REST APIs, we will be able to connect. But I have not tried it. But there is no proper documentation on if this is available for the community users or not as of now.
Okay, thank you, Akshay. There is another one question: how can we configure voice calls in portal?
Voice calls in portal. You mean the community portal?
Yes, Venkat. Yes, actually, sir.
Okay. So if you wanted to enable a voice call in community portal, it's a different approach, I would say. And since we are using omni-channel, if the omni-channel supports in community portal, then yes, we will be able to take those calls in the community portal. But I have not tried it, and but yeah, this should be possible. But I would don't wanted to commit on this call that it is possible. But I have not tried it that it can be used in community portal. If the calls are going through omni-channel and omni-channel is supported in community portal, then it's yes.
Okay, thanks, Akshay. There is no other question. You can continue. Thank you.
Sure. So I'll quickly go and show a demo, quick demo. I'll show two different screens. So this is a screen of an agent where he can go online with the phone available as a status. And there is one more screen of a supervisor. So this is a Amazon Connect real-time metrics. But this is the command center which I was talking from where he can see what who all are uh, online, the agents, and how we can and help the agents. So what I'll do, I'll quickly go online. So now I am online. I'll quickly show on the supervisor screen as well. So this user is online, and on the real-time metrics also, there is one online, one available to take calls. So what I'm gonna do is, I have my phone. I'll quickly do a phone call to the toll-free number which I have procured in the Amazon Connect. So I'm doing a quick call, and we'll see that agent will pick up that call or not. So this is the agent screen. So you can see I have received the call. I'll accept the call. So so I have gone mute on both the screens. The reason being I don't want extra voice to be recorded and transcribed. So this is a screen which you get once you accept the call. You will have all the details like engagement details, contact case details, all the details regarding the voice call, knowledge articles, and the related list. You can put anything like if it is for the e-commerce company, you can put order details or the refund details, whatever you need, you will be able to put it up. But I just wanted to show how this real-time transcript happen. So what I'll do, I'll speak on my mobile as a customer, and this is my agent screen. I'll speak in this screen as an agent as well. So I'll be acting as both the users. So I'll speak on my phone right now. So hi, my name is Robert. I just wanted to help. I just need a help on my previous order. So you have seen that. So hi, my name is Robert. I just wanted to help. I just messed up that. I just need a help on my previous order. That's being real-time transcribed. Whatever I'm speaking on my phone, it's getting real-time transcribed. So agent don't need to worry about taking any manual notes. He can just rely on these transcript in the call, and after the call, so also he will be able to see the screen. So it's not getting disappeared after the call. So I'll speak in this one. I'll unmute myself. Hey, hi, Robert. Can you please provide me with your order ID? So I just asked the customer to provide their order ID. I'll show a quick view of how the supervisors see when any call is happening. So I'm a supervisor. So you can see this agent is taken the call, and I can click on monitor. I'll be able to see real-time transcript, whatever happening on that call, and I can provide my details like ask about what he need as well. So what I'm doing is I'm whispering to that agent that you need to do this step next, so that we are improving the customer experience. So if I click yes, then you will see go to the agent screen. You will see that whisper has been come for the this user. Ask about what he needs in details. So he can see here also. And if you wanted to send any message to the supervisor, I need more help. So he can raise the flag and send a message. That message is visible to the supervisor, and he'll see that the flag has been raised. So whenever the flag has been raised, he can click on monitor and lower the flag, and he can help. The supervisor can help the agent as well. So I'll quickly go. I wanted to show more features of the self-serve voice. So this is a quick overview of how the agent view and this supervisor view see. And also there is one more feature what supervisor get. There is a bargain feature. Since I'm using the free version, I'm not having that feature. So there is a quick button called bargain. When I click on that bargain, whatever the call is happening between an agent and a customer, the supervisor will bargain into that call. He can quietly listen to that call, or he can speak on behalf of agent when the customer is escalating any of his issue. So that is also a feature available for the supervisor. So I'll go to this one. I'll speak on my phone as a customer to provide the order ID. Hi, hey, hi. My order ID is 456789. So can you please tell me what help you need on this order ID? Okay. So the next feature I wanted to show is the next best action. So what happens is when a particular word is being said in the conversation, like our agent is saying or the customer is saying some particular word, we have written our intelligence rules behind the screen. Whenever this word is coming in that conversation, the next best action will trigger, and it will tell the agent that this is the best action you can take next to provide the services to the customer. So if I say refund, it will show me the refund screen, like refund action. So the agent don't need to manually search, okay, what help I need to do next to the agent, right? Sorry, to the customer. So I'll say, hey, hi, I need a help with refund on my order. So you see, the next best action has to give me this refund process. The reason being, I have said refund word in that conversation, and this one you can set up. I'll be showing after the demo that how we set up and how many words we can set up, how long the word can be. So this all setup I'll be showing. So I'll quickly start the refund process. So this is nothing but a screen flow which I have created, just a dummy screen flow. I can just click here next. So refund has been successful. So I can tell. So hi, the refund has been successfully processed, and you will be getting the refund in next 2 to 3 days. Sure. Thank you for the help. So now we have seen what is the real-time transcript works, what the next best action see based on some particular word which is spoken by the customer and agent. The action is shown to the agent, so he don't need to rely on existing actions. So this everything can be done using Einstein. So I wanted to show a next feature, which is called wrap up, where I was telling that the agent used to do manual work after each call to fill up some details regarding issues, resolution, and the call summary. So these all things will be done using AI. So when a call is ending, so I'll quickly end the call. So you'll see it's getting automatically triggered, and it will give me those values. And the agent just need to review those values provided by AI. And if you wanted to change anything, he can change. Else, he can just click on save. So what he has provided issue: customer requested help with a refund for a previous order. The agent processed the refund and inform the customer of the expected timeline for completion. This is a voice call summary. The conversation involved a customer seeking assistance with a refund for a previous order. The agent requested the order ID, confirmed the refund process, and informed the customer that the refund would be processed within the 2 to 3 days. So all this information is done using AI. So the agent don't need to manually do anything. He can click on save button, and these details are already saved on my voice call record. So I'm storing it on voice call record, but if you wanted to store it on case record, that is also possible. So I'll show how this next best action are set up and how this wrap up summary is set up. Then I'll quickly take questions on the demo part as well. So I'll quickly share about this wrap up summary, how this is set up. So when you go to some setup, you have these conversation intelligence rules. So this is the refund intelligence rule I have created. You can create n number of rules for as per your use case. So this is my service channel, the Salesforce support center. This is my contact center, which I have created using the service cloud voice. Action, I'm just triggering update the next best action on the screen to the agent. And the matching keywords, I'm using triggering type as matching keywords. So there are two types of triggering type. Matching keyword, this is a matching keyword you give. Signal from an intelligence source. So this is done from the Amazon Connect. So basically you can set up some rules on the Amazon Connect. Using those rules, if any of the words or any of the sentiments matches, then it will send a signal to the Salesforce, and using those signal, you will be able to show the next best action to the agent as well. So I'm using matching keyword for now. So I have added refund, money back, return. So you can add 25 keywords per rule, and the keyword can be of 255 characters. So one keyword can be of 255 characters, and you can have 25 keywords. And detect keyword mentioned by. So there are two detection mechanism, three, sorry, agent, either, or customer. Either means it will be both. Like if the customer is saying refund, or if the agent is also saying refund, then also it will show. It will show only one time, but it will show. And if we wanted to do it on only an agent, if the agent speak refund, then only it will show. If the customer speak refund, then only it will show. So there are the different keywords you can set up. And how this conversation intelligent rule work. So there is a prompt builder behind the screen. So why I'm showing these things are, so when you build or when you set up service cloud voice, so you can customize these things as per your use cases. So that's the reason I just wanted to show how these things are set up in the backend. So there is this standard override prompt builder, summarize voice call. So what it takes is it takes from the flow. So there is one flow which will provide that transcript to this prompt, and it will be able to generate the response for those three fields. Okay. Let me show the. I'll just quickly show the flow. Yeah, so get transcript from a voice call. So this is a managed flow which you get when you enable service cloud voice in your org, but you can create your own flows as well as part of your prompt builder. So this is the flow. This is the custom action from where we get the transcript, conversation transcript, and then we pass that add transcript output to the prompt instruction. So we just pass that transcript to the instruction of the prompt builder. So that's how the next best action is triggered for the agent. and I'll show this wrap up summaries as well. So quickly go to home. So there is something called as work summaries, Einstein work summaries. So you need to enable this checkbox. And on voice call, since for every call, the voice call is getting generated. And once you enable, so there are only three fields for now. You can set up the summary, issue, and resolution, and the mapping for those fields. But if you wanted to do other fields also on case, and you wanted to use the transcription for that other fields also, so you need to have the custom, what do I say, custom logic to be built for other fields. But for now, what work summary provides is with the three fields: summary, issue, resolution. But if you need more, you can have the custom logic created based on the transcript. As I showed you, from the flow, you can pass the transcript to the prompt builder, and in the prompt builder, you can tell the prompt that there are some additional fields on the case. So for those case fields also, you need to generate the response, and that response using another flow, you can save on the case record. So that is also possible. So yeah, I'll take a pause here. I just wanted to check if there are any questions.
Hello, Akshay. There is no question. There is one question. Can you
So I'll
recap the?
recap the Einstein features in short. So there are, I would say, two features. The work summary. Work summary is used to wrap up the call summary. So when we call disconnect, this is automatically triggered, and it will give you the issue, resolution, and voice call summary. And how this is generated? This is generated via AI, and it is generated in the prompt builder. We pass the transcript to the prompt builder, and using that transcript, the AI will generate these three fields. So that is the wrap up summary Einstein feature. Next best action is also a feature of Einstein itself. So it does based on conversation intelligence rules. So there are some rules which we have set up for the default. So based on this matching keyword, if this matching keywords comes in any of the conversation between an agent and a customer, then this next best action will trigger. And okay, I'll quickly go deep dive. So how this next best action is set up as well on the Flexi page. Okay. So when you drag and drop the next best action here, you need to set up the strategy source, from which strategy source it will provide the next best action to the agent. I'm using a flow builder. This is my flow, and I'll quickly show that flow. It's a simple flow, but the type would be different. Yes. So, okay. I am not able to find this flow. So what happens in that flow is when the matching keyword is found, it will trigger the update next action, and that flow which we have set up here, the strategy flow, will trigger, and it will search for the recommendation records. So I'll show the recommendation records. So these are the records you need to create. So there is something called as recommendations. So this is a recommendation record which I have created. And here you set up like which action, like refund screen flow. Like when I click on that start refund, what flow should enable? Like I'm calling the refund screen flow. That action you need to set up. And if there is any image you wanted to set up, name, description, these are all text fields. And acceptance label, like if you want to have different acceptance label, like I'm putting start refund and rejection label as a skip. So these all things you can configure using this record, and it is on the recommendation object. And what should happen when the agent click on start or skip button? That is set up in this action. This is a screen flow. Eh, yeah, that's a quick recap of those two features of Einstein, which we're using for Service Cloud Voice right now.
Thanks, Akshay.
Any other questions before I move on to the other topic?
There is no other questions. You can proceed, Akshay.
So if there is no questions, so I'll quickly move on to the next topic, which is the Spring 26 feature updates for Service Cloud Voice. So there are some cool features which were available as part of Spring 26. So the voice call object, which is created for every conversation, now the support is for 300 custom fields. So you don't need to rely on another custom objects when the limit is hit on the custom fields for that voice call object. Bulk API for contact center groups and queues. So when you're setting up the service cloud voice, you create a contact center in the Salesforce. And when you create this contact center, you need to create those groups and queues manually. But what the Salesforce has provided is a bulk API. So you can create a CSV file with these contact center groups and the queue IDs, the matching group and the queue IDs, and you will be able to process them at a once in the Service Cloud Voice setup. Then unified routing via omnichannel flow. This is one of the best feature I have seen for the Service Cloud Voice. What used to happen is the routing logic, whatever the routing logic for voice channel is controlled by the external system. It could be Amazon Connect. So in my case, it was Amazon Connect who was deciding which agent was available to take up the work. But once we unified the routing channel, if in the company there are two channels like voice channel as well as the chat channel, so the agent is configured for both. He can take the voice calls as well as the chat. So how we can unify those? Like the agent can take both this voice and chat, but he should not be overloaded. So what we can do? We can do a work capacity. So we can assign 10 capacity to that agent, and the voice channel will consume all 10 capacity, and the chat will consume one chat will consume five, and the another chat will consume five. So a agent can take two chats, and the agent can take only one voice call. So this unified routing based on skills, availability, or the workload, we can set up using unified routing. But this was not possible before Spring 26. It used to be the external routing using Amazon Connect. So Amazon Connect used to decide which user is free in the Salesforce to take up the call and not the Salesforce. We used to flow the voice channel from omnichannel, but the omnichannel logic used to be in the like routing logic used to be in the Amazon Connect. So queued callbacks with position retention. So this is also one of the good feature. The reason being, you have seen that when you call any company and you are in the wait line, and your wait line number is 10. So there are 9 customers in front of you who are requesting the services from that company, and you are positioned on the 10th. So what we can configure on the Amazon Connect is that after 5 minutes, still you are in the wait line. The Amazon Connect can give you, like, the IVR can provide you an option that a queued callback. Like you can request a callback where you will provide a phone number to that IVR, and once your line has come, like once your number has come, the agent will be popped up. There is a outbound callback queue has been requested by the customer, and when the agent accept that, you get a outbound call from that company to the customer, so that even if the customer is not in the line, he can drop off from that line, but he can get the call when he's that position queue. So that is the quick voicemail drop with templates. So when a agent do a outbound call, and when it reaches the voicemail, the agent used to put a message on that voicemail for every voice. Whenever he hit the voicemail, But now what we can do, we can create a generic template, and whenever hit the voicemail, the agent will be disconnected automatically, and then there will be a template which will be speaking on behalf of that agent, and it will be recorded message to the customer who is not able to take up that outbound call from the agent to the customer. Auto linking for outbound calls. So this is also a cool feature. Like if there is any records, like you have opportunity record, and in opportunity you have a phone field, and you have storing one phone number on that opportunity. And when you're clicking on that phone number, there is an outbound call going. But that outbound call voice call record, for every conversation, the voice call record is created, right? That voice call record should be auto linked to that opportunity that is already done as part of this Spring 26 feature. So you don't need to write a customer logic to do this auto linking. So when you do the reporting, the opportunity is directly linked to that voice call record. So you don't need to worry about the linking as well. So yeah, these are the quick features of Spring 26 as per Service Cloud was. So yeah, so quick Q&A session. If there is any questions, I can take up. Any questions on setup? If they wanted to see Amazon Connect setup. Okay, difference between this and Agentforce Contact Center. So yeah, so Agentforce Contact Center is a new thing which was released, I guess, 2 to 3 days back. So a Service Cloud Voice is a small part of that Agentforce Contact Center. There are n number of features in Agentforce Contact Center available. So there is one cool feature. If since you have asked, I'll show. So I was working on it, but I do not have proper licenses to show that full feature. So there is something called as voice bot, where if there is any scenarios where the customer is just calling you just to inquire about their order delivery date, or where the order is stuck. So these type of questions, like where the agents are not manually doing something in the Salesforce, the customer is just asking for some details about their order. So you can use voice bots, like the voice agents. Let me check if this is the correct one. Okay. So this is a voice bot. What you can do here is you can configure it, and you need to configure this voice bot in the Amazon Connect as well. So whenever the call is coming to the Amazon Connect, first the voice bot, like this voice agent will be picking up that call, and he'll asking the question to the customer in a natural language, since they are also they can talk in the human language as well, and they can understand the sentiments of the human. So if the customer wanted, like, okay, can you just tell me about where the case is stuck, or I just wanted some information, just some information, and he can do that information on behalf of that agent. So the agent is not receiving the call. The all the information about the customer can be given by the this agent force voice agent, and not the agent. So what we are doing here is call deflection. So whatever the number of calls the agent is to receive for this small request, we can transfer those to the voice agent, and the voice agent will be able to take those calls. So I can quickly show. Hey, hi, I'm quickly looking on help on my case.
Shit, the screen is not visible.
Oh, is it not visible?
It is visible, Akshay.
No, screen sharing, the demo is not showing. It's Zoom call screen is visible.
So maybe you have paused the screen, Kalavan. You have to click that small pause play icon at the bottom left corner.
Sorry, I just wanted to reiterate. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Akshay, your screen is visible. You can continue. Thank you.
Okay, okay, sure. So this is what I was showing. So I cannot, maybe the voice of that agent is not audible to you because I'm using the AirPods. So what it do is basically talk to you in an human language, and whatever the question customer is asking, he'll be able to provide that questions in a voice channel. So what I'm doing here is I'm not typing anything to the agent. I'm just using a voice channel. So this setup you need to do in the Amazon Connect. So whenever the Amazon Connect is transferring the calls to the Salesforce, instead of transferring the calls to the Salesforce, you need to transfer the calls to this voice bot, and the voice bot will pick up the call first. And if the request is about, okay, can you refund about my order? So cannot be done by the voice agent because he need to verify some details about that order, some pictures he need to review it. So these things he can escalate to the human agent, but all the questions regarding can you tell me about my order, where it is, when it can be delivered, that you can do it by this voice agent. And for inbound routing and the outbound, like escalations and inbound routing, you can create your own flows, and you can have the logic setup. So you can also set up voice settings, like how you want the voice to be, and there are different like male, female, what voice you need, and voice tuning, like it should be similar to the human agent or not. If there is any pronunciation dictionary, you can do it. So these all thing are part of the contact center, which has newly introduced by the Salesforce. Service Cloud Voice is also part of Agentforce Contact Center, which they were telling, but it's a small part. There are a lot of features in the Agentforce Contact Center which I cannot cover in one call, but these are the two features which are main, like the Service Cloud Voice and this voice preview, with what I was showing to you, where the agent, sorry, the customer and the AI agent can talk instead of human agent. So there is no human in the service request for this one. Yeah, this is the SDO, correct. If you can show us the Amazon Connect setup. Uh, I'll just show the Amazon Connect setup as well. I just wanted to, I agree with my deal.